everybody, we have the full performance actor for Gabe Chen from Life is Strange True Colors, Han Soto, here with us today. And again, thank you so much for taking time, because I know you're busy and you're doing all these things. So I really appreciate it, and the community super appreciates it. So let's jump on in. Let's just jump right in. So have you played any of the Life is Strange games?
Admittingly, no.
That's
No,
okay.
I was going to do it while we were filming, but I didn't want that to affect how my acting was in this particular installment.
Interesting.
So I just kind of kept pushing it back, and things just got busy with
Yeah.
all the other productions, and I plan to sit down when it snows here in Colorado and we're not working and just kind of play through actually on this screen. So
yeah, play through all of them, or True Colors?
all of them,
All of them,
from
yeah.
start to finish. Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. I love your response of like, I didn't want that to affect what I was doing. You know, and I think that as actors, sometimes we don't do that, especially if we're doing like a we're in some kind of like recreation of a show or a movie. We don't want to watch, you know, what the previous actor did. We want to have our own. Like Erica, you know, who is doing a performance of Steel Magnolias right now. You know, she hasn't seen the movie because she doesn't want that to affect that. So that's just interesting.
She's a phenomenal actress.
I know, right? Oh my gosh, you both together. I'm telling you, like, I'm telling you. When I played Chapter 5, you've seen bits and pieces of True Colors, correct?
Oh, I've watched. Yeah, I've done it. And I've watched playthroughs.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm deep into that one.
Yeah, when I played Chapter 5, I mean, Han, and I know I told you, I messaged you, but it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, and I think the rest of the community could say the same thing. I mean, you like got into like our souls and just like turned our hearts around. It was just crazy. And and again, this is spoiler free, or sorry, this is spoiler zone. So anybody out there, we have spoilers.
We're
spoiling the entire game. But yeah, when Erica, or when Alex sees and hears all of those you know, foster parents' thoughts about her, and then, you know, she stands up and Gabe's like, you know, no one picked you, no one likes you, everybody left you. It's like, holy shit. And it's just, like your voice just throughout that entire thing, and your performance throughout that entire thing was just incredible. And then at the end where, you know, Gabe talks about her life in Haven if she stays, it's just like everything about it. Like
it's crazy because we shoot all these things out of sequence.
Yeah, I know. And you're like, how's it gonna look
together? And I'm like, wait, which chapter was that? But when I started playing it, it was, it got me emotional. Just how they pieced everything together.
Yeah.
And God, I mean, shout out to the animators and, you know, the whole team at Deck 9, especially the writers.
Yeah.
Because they made it a lot easier for us actors to do what we do. Because you know how it is. Like, you can't make bad writing good.
Exactly.
So
right.
everything just kind of ebbed and flowed. So it was very, very, I want to say seamless, but I'd be lying, because that was that chapter was really tough because, you know, typically I would go into set kind of like, hey, what's up, joking around, talking to everybody. But I knew during that time we were shooting that it was game time, and I had to keep the tone like at a certain, you know, even keel all the way through, even in the break room, or, you know, kind of detach myself from typically going say hi to everybody in the cubicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when those serious days of shooting came about, I'm in and out. So
yeah. Dang. So this is Alexandra. What was it like being a part of such, in their opinion, a pioneering franchise?
You know, I didn't do any research on Life is Strange. Like once I book it.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't know what it was until I started walking like the halls of Deck 9 and just seeing all the awards that they've won. Then I was like, okay, I got to see what these guys have done, who they've been kind of doing business with, and then I think I saw something on the lines of like Final Fantasy and, you know, Square Enix, and one of my favorite games way back. I'm showing my age now, but like it was Secret of Mana on Super Nintendo. I don't know if you remember that one.
Nope.
Oh man, it was so long ago.
Hey,
but it's so good because I have 3 younger siblings and
Yeah.
two brothers who we always kind of network the TVs and everything together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before peer-to-peer was even a thing, so we would just like create this hub and we would play 4-player game. I think that was the first 4-player simultaneous game you can play on Super Nintendo.
Interesting.
I might be wrong.
Okay.
Though. Yeah.
I don't know. I never had a Nintendo ever never. So I don't know. I know.
Wow.
That's so okay. So you had really no idea until people were saying, "Hey, this is a big thing," and like
Yeah.
you walked in, and everybody was
Yeah.
like, "This is what
Yeah.
we're doing here, and this is what we've done."
Right.
So
Right.
I guess once
Right.
you realized that you were a part of something so big, and I guess once it has come out and you've gotten this fan response, how does it feel now?
Man, yeah, I mean, I count my blessings every single day,
Yeah.
and like almost every hour of every day. I've got this ongoing, almost like a tree branch thing. You know how like the when they're searching, hunting for a serial killer, and they have all these yarns
Yeah.
connecting to certain
Yeah.
events. So I have something like that that I do with everyone I've met in life since I started acting in like 2010.
Wow.
And then every now and then I'd go back, flip the page and go boom, and I'll call them and say, "Hey, I just want to tell you that I'm grateful
Aw.
for what you've done for me." And a lot of times the response is, "I didn't do anything. You did it all yourself." I said, "No, actually,
You did.
because of
Yeah.
you, I met these 10 people, and then
Dang.
it kind of escalated from there." So,
That is
um,
such a cool thing to do. That is such a, I think that like a lot of people should adopt that. That is just such a really good thing to do
thank you. I keep that
because
in my safe.
yeah, that's awesome.
It's like an old photo album, and that's gonna kind of segue into one of the other questions that was asked. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's very valuable to me because
Yeah.
it reminds you. It's kind of like a vision board, if you will, an ongoing vision board.
Yeah. No, I like that a
Yeah.
lot. I may even adopt that. I think that that's a
Oh,
beautiful
cool.
thing to, I mean, again, yes, we do. We need to count our blessings and we need to know that we did have help. We have help all the time
Yeah,
on
all
where
the
we
time.
get to.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think it's good to be grateful for the ones that helped us along the way. I like that. Cam asked, what is your,
Nam the
oh,
burrito says ripple effect, so I want to kind of
that exactly.
downvote
Yeah.
that.
It
That's
is.
it. That's exactly
It
it.
is a ripple effect. It is. It is. And everything too, exactly. Everything happens for a reason. We can look back and say, this happened because of that exact situation. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
here because of that situation right there. It's pretty cool.
100%.
Pretty cool. Cam asked, what is your favorite thing about Gabe?
I mean, hands down, his unconditional love for his sister,
Yeah. Oh.
Alex. Like that's kind of everything that when I embodied the character, everything that Gabe did was for Alex. You know, the build up, the when friends come in town, you want to make sure the house is ready. You want to make sure the bed's made, clean sheets, food stocked in the fridge and pantry. So that's kind of like on a higher level, Gabe was doing that for years for his sister, and that's kind of was his motivation for why you know why he was living, really, because once you find purpose, like find a new purpose in life, it's very life is interesting. You walk around with this grin on your face, and yeah, my sister's coming.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's special, yeah. So he's got this unconditional love for Alex, and it's kind of almost the same love I have for Erica in off screen as well, because she's just awesome. She's an
Yeah.
awesome person.
Yeah, she had talked about your guys' kind of like sister brotherly relationship off screen. And like I've seen it and I've heard her talk about you and everything and I definitely see that and I think that's awesome and I love that like Webb, took the time to put you guys in situations where, you could get to know each other on a personal level and
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
guys went to the casino and you guys went to that
Uh,
little small town. You guys got the chance to like get to know each other and your guys' personalities do mesh really well together. And I think
Thank you.
again that just goes in with like the casting of it all. They knew
Yeah, I think
how to
Webb did a
cast.
great job. Webb
Yeah.
just killed it.
Oh,
And I think that was
100%.
Webb's idea, actually, to
Yeah.
go and do that. And in fact, I'm going to have lunch. We're going to recreate that this Saturday
Really?
in the Sprinter van. Yeah, I'm going to pick Webb up, and I'm going to go pick Erica up, and I'm going to go back to the town,
Oh my God.
and
Wait,
just
what?
kind
You
of
guys have
do.
to take pictures. You guys got to take a
Yeah,
picture,
we will for
post it up on the
sure,
Twitter. And that's
for sure.
amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
happy for you guys. Chat's like freaking out. They're so excited. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Yeah. But I think having those experiences and being able to connect just on a personal, person to person level then connects you as an actor, and then your characters can connect better as well. And
Yeah,
I think it
yeah,
shows that 100% in the
yeah.
game.
When
Um,
when you hang out and you start like developing like inside jokes,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of fun when you come on set and just kind of throw that around. And
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, that's great. I love that. So Alex Porta asks, how did you prepare for a character with such a deep personal background?
okay, so part of my job as an actor is I create I create these characters whenever they inspire me. So most of these characters kind of have a thread of me flowing through them. So there's a lot of truth in that.
Mm-hmm.
And each character lives in different regions. And Gabe was somebody I developed while I was ice fishing, and I just thought, I love ice fishing. I
Mm-hmm.
go out to Grand Lake and I pop up a tent and we drill holes and we fish, and we're very rugged, and
Yeah.
and Gabe likes driving Jeeps and four-wheel cars and Sprinter vans, and I have a Sprinter van, so part of it is like a lot of that stuff is me, and
Yeah.
then I'll go, I wonder what this character would be like if he only ate steak, So
Yeah.
so Gabe's, fun fact is Gabe loves cooking steak in all different ways, in the ground, on the grill, just with whatever he has around him. So he's very much a rugged character.
Yeah.
So when they showed me the breakdown on Gabe, I said, oh, okay, I have one of these guys. So I kind of dusted him off and threw a couple
Cool.
different characteristics in there and to kind of bring him to life. And
Yeah.
Erica really helped out with that web. The whole team's just kind of like, hey, what do you think if he did this? It's like, great.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
awesome. I love just as Katie, I love listening to how other actors, 'cause as an actor, it's awesome to listen to how other actors process everything and work and, develop
Yeah, it's cool,
characters.
right?
It is so cool. It is so cool.
I
So
mean, my process is from me picking from all kinds of different actors and
yeah,
how they do their.
with your little web you have.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yep.
There you go.
Always go
I
back to the
love
web.
that. Yeah, exactly. Nice little callback there. Um, so let's see. So preparing for the background. What was I gonna say? It lost me. Okay, we'll go on to Alex GR's question. Is there a
Okay.
particular situation in Gabe's life that relates to you, or a situation in your life?
Oh my God. Okay. I think I've said this in other interviews, but
Yeah.
it feels like the writers have been following me around my entire life. Like I was a bad
Right?
kid, no lie. I was so bad. Like I was bullied. I was
Oh,
bullied
yeah.
when I was younger, for years actually, and then it forced me to join a gang. Really,
Oh my gosh.
like
Okay.
I was joining a gang for protection, and it
Yeah.
just really got, you know, um, it wasn't until I did something that was going to put me in juvenile detention. I actually was there for 24 hours, and my mom, I watched how it broke her heart, and from there, I just decided I'm just not going to hang out with that crowd anymore and just focus on family business. And yeah, it was crazy.
Dang. And so there
Gang
actually
life.
is a very
Oh,
good
yeah,
correlation between you and Gabe
yeah.
and different situations, but
Hmm.
they can correlate in a way. Wow.
Yeah, been through the system.
Yeah.
I realize the system's not there to. Some of it's there to protect you, but most of the time, the system's not there to better you.
No.
That's what I've noticed
Yeah.
when I kind of got drugged through the system, and I don't know, I just didn't want to go back again. And
No.
yeah, so
Dang.
Gabe was very much. Gabe felt very real for me.
Yeah.
It was insane. Yeah,
Cool. That's
and
awesome.
and they didn't even know that. I don't. I'm
Yeah, I
sure they
know.
didn't know that about me. Yeah.
Well, that's great with the writers is that like, well, one, yeah, they just I don't know. I don't know what it is. They just cast the right person, they cast the right actor and also you had this connection. And then, for me personally with the writers, they end up writing for you as an actor, as a
Yeah.
person. So it's just like
Right.
everything just molds together. And I'm sure since they already had this fleshed out character that already related to you, being able to write for you was just an easy thing. And
Yeah. Yeah. It's
ah,
fun.
wow.
It's fun. It's fun watching it kind of unfold too, because
Yeah,
they don't just like in movies and TV shows they write, and then you kind of actors have to adapt to it. There's
exactly.
no writer's room that can like alter kind of what the character is.
Mhm.
But here we're filming over a course of year or two,
Mhm.
and they're able to get to know you, and I guess based on what you say and how you carry yourself, they go, oh, let's try this to see how it works, because we've
Yeah.
tried things that didn't work,
Mhm.
and I'm kind of glad it didn't make it into the game, because while we were filming it, it was like, oh, I don't really like that one,
What
but
kind of what
you know
kind of situations was that just like a part of the character or a scene maybe that didn't make it
it
in?
was situations, it was like it was certain lines,
Got
it's
it.
kind of
Yeah.
like Gabe doesn't say that,
Mhm.
you know um why would I say that? And they
Mhm.
were so receptive
Yeah.
on what to strike and what to keep in.
Yeah.
And we joke about it, because I always start with, I'm not the writer, but this
Yeah.
is what I would do.
Well, and they're so accommodating, and they want to hear
Yeah.
it because they want it to be, this collaboration between the actors and the writers and the devs and everybody. They want that. That's why
Mhm.
they're in the room. That's why
Man,
they're in the
they're
room, and
so
they're there
awesome.
to
I'm
ask.
so happy when they're in there.
Yeah, I know, me
Like,
too. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they make you not feel bad for questioning something, and they
Hmm.
don't take it
Hmm.
personally. Like, it's just a collaborative experience. And I think that's one of
Yeah,
personally my favorite experiences of just working with Deck Nine is being able to have that collaboration. Um,
yeah, yeah. No
yeah.
egos. I just
No, none.
cool ass people.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, right? It's like I've worked on so many other sets, and it's like that's one of my favorite companies I've worked for. Hands
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Like, what?
They're great.
Dylan asks, do you feel like your own personality made it easier or harder to play Gabe? I think you kind of delved into this a little bit. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I'm naturally, I don't know, I like to think that I'm naturally outgoing and,
mhm.
I strive to be positive. Like, even when people are talking negative things, I try to find a way to flip it around and go, hey, have you thought of it like this? So
Mm,
positivity is kind of like my thing,
mhm.
ever since, like, I want to say November 11th, 2010. I know the exact date
There you
because
go.
that's when I discovered The Secret. So,
The secret.
yeah, I try to be positive. I try to be
Yeah.
positive all the time
Mhm.
and just, make sure everyone's feels included.
Yeah.
So Gabe, that's Gabe.
Mhm.
So it wasn't really that hard for me to kind of put that overlay myself on Gabe or Gabe on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Loopsy Daisy, the book The Secret.
Oh, somebody else in chat knows about it. The
Yeah, they
secret. Okay.
know. Oh, that is the thing. I mean, if you don't know what it is, look it up
Uh-huh.
and incorporate that into your life because it has changed mine for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what you said about just looking for the positives. I mean, that's something I think maybe I've read a bit of this book, but about turning negatives into positives, like literally
Hmm.
finding the positive in that negative
Yeah.
situation, and then just like,
Manifesting anything you want, or
yeah,
I don't say anything you want, but like
yeah,
really truly say it and believe it.
yeah, yeah,
Which is how I got this job in the first place. So
uh-huh,
it's everything just kind of worked out.
yeah, dang.
Yeah.
What was that? So I know that you and Erica actually auditioned together, but what was
Yeah.
that, the process, I guess, getting the audition and then getting the role for you?
So I'm gonna rewind a little bit on how I even got the audition
Perfect.
because yeah, I moved to Colorado, and this is kind of like my place where I don't really do a lot of work. I
Uh-huh.
like to just go out into nature and connect and be
Yeah.
with my family. And when I work, I fly or drive to New Orleans, Atlanta, and Miami, southeast. So one day I woke up and I saw this open call at the Colorado Film School, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go. And at the time I think I had like 50 credits under my belt
Uh-huh.
from film and television. So I was like, I'm gonna go and help some of these student films out and offer my kind of acting,
Yeah.
services you know, um, and so I went and I cold read like 6 different projects. And I think I ended up booking like all of them and shot one.
Uh-huh.
But during the process, they sent us into this back room, and it was a pitch black room with one spotlight on you, and you had to do a monologue. Now I'm not Erica, so I don't have a monologue just like in my pocket, right? So I just did basically the audition I did for Preacher that I just booked
Mhm.
on AMC. So I just recreated that audition. It was like this blue addict guy
Uh-huh.
who was in a AA meeting, or, and Webb was actually in the back, and I didn't
Oh.
see him. Yeah, he was scouting talent.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
At a
I
at
know.
a film school that you just happen to be like,
Yeah,
I'm not doing anything. Might as well just go
yeah.
and like bring my presence around and see if anybody wants me on
Oh,
their
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah,
What?
just go and have fun. Yeah, I
Webb
went
was
to
in
have
the
fun, and
background
yep,
scouting.
he was scouting. He earmarked me as Asian actor, and I want to say like 3 months later. So I went home that
Wow.
night and I put it on my vision board. So I copied a scene of like this mocap. It's upstairs in my room, but
Really?
I did the scene with Robert De Niro and Stallone,
Uh-huh.
where I was the video game mocap person and they were in the mocap suits. This is in Grudge Match.
Uh-huh.
So I screen capped the scene, and I cut out Stallone's face and put my face on it and said, I want to be in a video game.
What?
3 months later, yeah, I got the audition from Webb
You
to the day.
manifested it. You
Yeah, yeah, The
manifested it.
Secret. I did, totally. I
Holy
manifest
shit.
everything.
Dude, what?
It's wild.
Guys, we need
Yeah.
we need to, if anything that we're learning is that we need to manifest. Yes, manifestation.
Oh man. And
Wow.
believe it, like really believe it in your
Yeah.
bones. Like that's yeah.
Dang.
So then I went to audition, and which is the longest audition process ever. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even know I booked the job
Yeah.
because they kept calling me back to read with the Alexes,
Uh-huh.
opposite Alex, and I'm like, yo, did I get the job or no? Like this is like 3 months in. Like
Yeah.
we've been
Holy
auditioning for 3
moly.
months. I'm like, wait, are we, are you gonna offer me the job or what? But
Yeah.
yeah. So
Wow.
I auditioned with Erica. I think she's the first one I ever auditioned with, and I was in my quest to manifest. I was like, I'll see you on set.
Yeah. Yeah. We've heard that from her side of it.
You did?
Now
Okay.
but now we know where it's all coming from. You
Oh,
know, it's coming
it's
from a
all there. Yeah.
manifestation. You manifested it for you and her. You threw a little bit
100%.
of manifestation over at her.
100%.
And all she thought was, what is this? Who's this guy? What is this?
Oh, she thought I was a weirdo.
Yeah.
And I think like day 5, I was like, yo, remember what I told you when we were auditioning? She's like, no. I was like, well, I said, I'll see you on set. She's like, holy shit, you did.
That's crazy. Wow. I'm just like, that's amazing. Wow. Okay. So coming back into Gabe and the scenes and the game itself, Tati asks, what was the scene you filmed that hit you the hardest emotionally? And did you have to pull from personal experiences in order to get into that zone for any of the scenes?
Yeah. The rooftop scene was, and thank the universe that they put that in, because that was something that came later after
Wow.
things were getting pieced together. And when I read it, I knew, I was like, okay, this is it. Zach Garris is just brilliant. I mean, he's not even human.
You're right.
I don't think he's human.
Dude, every
Check
time,
on that,
every time he's on set, you just get like calm. I don't know. For me, at least,
Yeah.
I just had this like aura of just calmness around the entire set, and just like seeing his like brain work is amazing.
Yep. It's because the leader has arrived.
Yeah.
And wherever he takes you into battle,
Yeah.
you're gonna survive.
Yeah, exactly.
For the next one. So yeah, no, he when he pitched the rooftop scene, I read it. I was like, okay, this is exactly what we need for this thing. You know, and sure enough, it just tied it. It set the whole game up.
Yeah.
You know, I love shooting that scene, and I mean everything in chapter 5 hit me like a ton of bricks. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I had to deliver it a certain way, and I couldn't, kind of like how I'm talking right now, and everything was calm. It's like, okay, well, and everything's a matter of fact. My cadence couldn't fly up and down. It was just like, these are the facts.
One tone. Yeah.
Eric, just handed the ball off to Erica, and she was the running back. So
yeah, I love that. I love that analogy. The running back. Yeah, I love that. It's awesome. So a lot of people asked questions regarding Gabe's death. So we'll jump into some of those. Internal asks, what were your thoughts when Gabe got killed? And Luca kind of doubles back on that. And did you know Gabe would die from the beginning?
Okay. Well, first of all, when Gabe got killed, I was like, damn. I looked around the mocap room. Damn, I'm gonna miss these guys. Because you develop relationship with everybody in the room, right? Everyone's got their job. I'm like, man, I'm gonna miss these guys.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the best lunch ever because it's the Last Supper, right?
Yeah. Seriously.
So, but like when he was pitching chapter 1 to us, he was just so charismatic, and again, the strong leadership quality that he has, it just made you want to follow him. So when he ended the pitch with me dying, I think my initial response was, are you sure you want to do that? Like right away? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And we just kind of laughed about it. But I knew I was in good hands. So again, manifesting. I don't know if this was me manifesting it, but every day I would walk past the writer's room and I would go, Gabe lives.
Yeah. No, I've heard about this. I've heard this. I've heard you walking around the entire studio, just manifesting Gabe living, and just like it's just a joke. It's just this ongoing thing with you going around. But now I know that it was you manifesting.
I think I went in one time when the door was closed, and we're not supposed to do this. So I walked in with the most serious, like, intentional offense. Walked in, hey guys, Gabe lives, and I closed the door. And I just heard this like eruption of laughter. I'm like, all right, well that one didn't work. Check.
They didn't understand. They didn't know. They didn't know that
They
you were
didn't know.
manifesting. They had no
They
idea. They
didn't
thought you
know.
were
They
just this
didn't know.
jokester over here, just
Yeah,
like,
they didn't know. They didn't know.
trying to get a laugh in the office. Dang. Well, some manifestations work, others, but in a way he did come back. He did come back in chapter 5. So
he came back strong.
He came back
strong.
Oh man, and I didn't I knew bits and pieces. I didn't know anything, it's just like we film it all and I only really knew what I was in, So I didn't know any of these other scenes. I knew that Gabe was coming back, but I didn't know in which way. And it was just beautifully done.
Okay, yeah. You know what's crazy was we saw that happening with the trailer when it was first announced. Everyone knew I was gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knew that was gonna happen. I think they forgot because so much time went by.
Yeah. Well, they didn't know how to. They were,
Yeah, they didn't know how. It was just like, and it just like, it happened.
Oh, it happens. Well, it's funny too because it's like, oh, she walks off the tree trunk, like she's fine, she's laying there, she's all happy. It's like that's when they get you. That's when it happens. And then they hear, seeing people's reactions, hearing the sirens, they're like, oh no, it's crazy. It's crazy. And just like that, and everyone's like,
somebody just said, I'm like, Gabe is like Mufasa. He lives inside all of us. I love the fans so much. Like they're so awesome.
I know. I love seeing you interact with everybody on Twitter. And you did your whole the Gabe Army hashtag, which is awesome. And you got everybody to dance around. You even got me. You got me to dance around with no music.
I love that phone. Is that phone okay?
It's fine. It's fine. Right. It's good. It just I stomped so hard.
Do we need to get Square to send you a new phone?
I know, right?
iPhone 13, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just the latest one, please.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. But yeah, no, it's awesome to have been seeing you interact with all the fans and everything. You can tell that you really enjoy it, you really love it, and everybody really loves you. So
thank you. The messages, honestly, the first 5 messages out of the gate was okay, so I'll share this because I won't say who it was, but somebody actually said, hey, I contemplated suicide before the game released, and I wanted to wait to play the game. And he said after they played it, they're so inspired by the characters that that's not even an option anymore. So I was like, oh, okay, we have something very special.
Yeah.
Here. So, and that's what kind of kept me fully engaged and kind of carved time to stay, connected with the fans. That's intense.
It is intense. It's super intense. And, myself, I've over the years, even being in the Before the Storm, I've received similar messages like that, especially around the LGBTQ community. And it's the same thing. It's just like, wow, the impact that a character you play and a game that you're in has on so many people around the world.
Everywhere.
And the fact that this game has saved people's lives and brought them out of dark places is just, and to know that you've had a small part in that is amazing. Yeah,
just a very tiny part.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why, like I said, if anybody ever feels negative or feel like they're getting bullied and stuff, just reach out. We got you.
Yeah,
that's how it is.
The Life is Strange fandom, the whole community, we're a family. We are a family. We got this, and I love that. It's amazing.
No doubt.
Jumping back into the death scene, Becca asks, did you do the mocap part where Gabe fell off the cliff? If so, how did you do it? We had a little background from Erica's point of view, but I want to hear your point of view.
Yeah. So, obviously every movement that Gabe has, face ticks and, body movement, voice, it's all us. So, as far as the death scene, the irony is the guy, Manuel Trujillo, he's one of the animators, and he's the one who did the boulder on the computer, and he's also the one who pulled me
funny
onto the mat when that happened. So I did my own stunts on that. So just pull me as hard as you can. Let's just do a few takes.
So you then were pulled back onto a mat, just like a mat. Dang.
Yeah, like a mat that's laid out, and it's hard because you got those balls. The
little mocap
sensors.
Stuff.
And when you fall on it, it's almost like
hurts a little. Yeah. It's
it hurts.
Yeah. Well, and also you didn't have any voice stuff on you. So right, you didn't have any of the voice packs on you because you weren't, or did you? Because I can
can't
imagine
remember.
that. Well, they probably put it on your stomach if you're falling on your back. They probably turned it
I
around.
think. Oh no, for the stunt scene, I think they took the helmet off, which is like this crazy camera.
Yeah.
You know this.
So they just had your body.
Oh, Mike Pack, we flip it to the front.
Yeah, you had it on the front, so
And
you
I
weren't
fell,
landing on
on
it.
my back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. I know it's so
The
long
days are
ago.
just, yeah. Oh, it's crazy how long ago
It's
it
so
was.
long ago. When did you start working? When did you first start working? Back in 2018?
Like, I want to say I did it for like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
2 years or so. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It was insane because, like I said, I when I'm here, I don't work. I write and I produce and I do that kind of stuff, but I don't go on set. Like it's not a thing that I do. But
Yeah.
to be able to tell my wife and daughter, and like I'm going to work, and then I'm home that night.
Yeah.
Or even before the sun comes.
They're confused.
Or comes down. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, "Whoa, what is this?"
Yeah. They're like, we like this.
So,
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Aw.
and then the weekend we'll just take a trip out to the mountains and just
Oh,
enjoy.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's see. So we kind of mentioned this a little bit, but if you have any specifics, Rachel asks, how did Gabe's character change throughout the course of making the game? Was he originally any different? I know you talked about some lines and things that, they swapped out and didn't have, but if there was like
Oh no, that was very like
yeah.
the line stuff is just so elementary. Like this is
Yeah,
very
yeah.
trivial. It's like, oh, that wouldn't work. But
Yeah.
that's how Gabe kind of develops himself as far as like his vocabulary and like the vibe that he brings. But Zach and Webb were pretty cool with like they basically gave me a broad stroke of what they want Gabe to feel like, and they allowed creative freedom, and every time that's happened on set, I was able to do like a crazy performance, like something I didn't even know I had in me. Like Cobra Kai was an example of that. The director and the creators were like, just be evil.
Yeah.
Just do whatever you want. Like, cool. So I did some things in there that they actually cut out because it was so evil.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn.
It was like, holy shit. So
Okay.
so it was cool, but
Yeah.
like the character was there. Like I watched it. I'm like, okay, cool. This is what happens when they give you creative freedom. So that's what they did. They were like, we just want Gabe to be, likable and have charisma. And every time they use that word charisma, it's like, ugh, like, do you have it? Or
Yeah.
what do you do? So I just decided to just come as myself and see what happens. And with kind of like the help of Erica and everybody around, it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. It wasn't such a constricted, serious environment when it didn't need to be. We were Rick-rolling each other. I would always Rick-roll Corwin, which I'm sure you saw. One of the
there
links
was an
that they
email.
sent out.
No, there was an email thread where I was also on the Rick roll. But then
Did you click that link?
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Yeah. I clicked
Corwin
it.
Rick rolled you. I did
Yeah,
not.
and I don't know why. I don't know.
I
I have no idea why. I was this was during working on the DLC. Like
Yeah.
this was just working on the DLC where we were just doing virtual VO sessions from my apartment. Like you weren't even on this thread, and Corin just Corin's over here Rick rolling. You set a really bad example.
Yeah. You should reach out to him and tweet about that because I have a spyware that filters all of his links.
No, you don't. Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh, and it's specifically Corwin Canton. Anything that rhymes with his name or close to his name. Oh, he knows.
Oh
Nobody's
my
safe.
god.
You're right.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh yeah. Oh, fun. I'm gonna have Corwin on here at some point, and we're gonna talk about his Rick rolling.
He knows. He knows who's got the scoreboard.
Dang.
Marked up. Oh yeah,
Dang.
I'm winning. Huh?
So Dan asks, in episode 5, was your context for Gabe's appearance in Alex's memories that Gabe really was speaking to her, or was it Alex's own subconscious? Like if he was.
It's a mixture of both. Like the directness of it is Gabe speaking to her, but as her subconscious. But it's like her subconscious personified. Like that's how I went about this.
Same.
And I even asked the animators and the writers, it's like, is Gabe gonna be like Slimer on Ghostbusters, or is he gonna be more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like what's he gonna look like? What's going on? Yeah.
I'd love to float. Like that'd be awesome.
That's That's all you're thinking about. You're like, I just want to be a ghost. Put me up, hoist me up. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I want to fly.
Yeah, I want to go through the wall and the green slime fall off the wall. Yeah, that's what I want.
Oh man, I love it.
No. When it was decided that it was her subconscious, that's when it was just like, all right, this is great. Because they did that so well. Like I told you, it got me emotional doing it and watching it and playing it. So
yeah, the entire chapter 5, I cried the entire way through, like the entire way. It was nuts. And we've talked a little bit about that. What was the Tina asked, which scene was the most fun to shoot?
Oh man, the rock out scene.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
Dude, you were so funny in that. Oh my god. Nobody chooses it. Nobody chooses it because they want to see Erica or Alex play. You know, they want to see Alex play, and I was like, on my second playthrough, I was like, let's see what Gabe does here. And of course, I didn't have any sound on this time, and you're just like, it's just like I
didn't think they were gonna keep that in the game.
I lost it.
I didn't think they were gonna keep it.
It's beautiful.
So just imagine like doing it, by yourself.
You were just doing your thing, trying to get your body going, yeah.
Yeah.
And they kept it. Oh
god, I was like, surely they're not gonna keep. No way. And when I heard it, I was like, oh no, they kept everything. Dude,
it's so good though.
Like, it worked out.
Yeah,
it always works out.
If you guys play it again, which I know you will, let Gabe take the reins on the rock out, because it's hilarious and it's so funny. Oh, that was amazing. Okay, so the rock out scene was one of your favorites, just being able to have freedom, or
actually just doing something that made me feel uncomfortable. Like I was sweating because I'm not a dancer. I'm not like a musical person. I like music. It's crazy because I love audio and then I love collecting, records and stuff like that. But I can't play an instrument. I even tried trumpet, and you think people are dying somewhere.
Wait, was the trumpet the one and only instrument you tried playing?
Guitar and trumpet.
Okay.
I'm going to do it. I'm manifesting it right now.
You're do you own a trumpet?
I do. I bought one and a guitar.
Okay, so you're manifesting you just becoming a trumpet player.
I'm gonna give myself a year.
Okay.
We'll circle back on this interview.
All right, sounds good. That sounds good.
And maybe I'll play something. Yeah. Who believes in me? Copic Wolf. All right, thank you.
There you go. Look at you. Manifestation works.
Look at that. They're manifesting with me.
So Graham asks, and I don't know, I think this is your first time you've done motion capture, right?
Yeah.
This was the first experience because you manifested it. You were like, I want to do motion capture. I need to manifest this. So this is your first time. How was doing motion cap for you? How was it being in the suit? How was it getting used to something as an actor that you're like, I've never experienced this before. This is different. Well, because you've had a ton of different experience on set, but never this.
Yeah. It's having to pretend an apple box is something that it's not.
Yeah.
Or stacks of apple boxes is something that is not. I think it was that Jeep scene when we went to go find Ethan in the woods. It was not the Jeep at all. It was a bunch of apple boxes just tied together with a platform. But it was interesting, and the suit's tight. So I decided to go on a keto diet, lost like 15 pounds. And then I ended up getting in like really good shape, and I felt really good about myself. And it was
nice.
It kept me going, and the suit was tight, and I think it got tighter and tighter because Caitlin washed it every day.
Yeah.
Like she made sure the suit smelled good, and it did. And I appreciate that a lot because we sweat in that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. I thought it was comfy. I love the mocap suit. I was ready to put it on every day. I felt like I was going to sleep in my jammies. I loved it.
You see, I mean, I had a pooch though. You don't have all that, and I have the squeeze into my suit. Like, it's not, and you see everything in that suit. So I make sure.
I love it, dude. Oh man. So Tati asks, this is sort of an imaginative question. How did you think Gabe's story would have gone if he actually had never died? Do you think that he would have found out the truth about Jed, about his father, in an alternate universe in the writing world?
You know what? Part of me thought that he was so busy trying to build a life for his sister
Mm-hmm.
And when you get so laser focused on something, you get these indicators that come in and you ignore them sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You're not so aware of them, and you don't kind of grasp onto them as you would if you were kind of just really fully aware. But he had one goal in mind, is to create this new life for his sister. And I think even if he did find out, that he would have found a way to justify, you know, the dad, because he didn't have that attachment to his dad
Mm-hmm.
anymore. Like it was just like it was cut off.
Yeah.
So he would have almost forgiven Jed,
Yeah.
if you will,
Yeah.
because he wouldn't risk ruining everything that he's created for Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would he have told Alex? Probably not. I think that's the secret he would have taken to his grave.
Just to keep her safe and
Just to keep her on a fresh,
yeah.
clean slate and not have to worry about too much stuff.
Dang.
Great question, by the way.
Yeah, really great. You guys have amazing questions. So you've talked a little bit about Erica, but what was it like? What was your first impressions, I guess, meeting the rest of the cast that you did get to work with?
I was the first few days I was kind of intimidated.
Yeah.
I've never been on a set, and like whenever I show up on a TV set, everybody's kind of already had their relationship with one another, and you feel like you're the third wheel sometimes.
Yeah.
Unless you walk into one that's very inclusive and they include you. So I decided to, I liked the cast. I liked everyone I worked with, and I just decided to make everybody feel comfortable when they come in and just joke with them and because some of these guys are coming in for a day.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be very daunting to come in to not only this franchise, but to come into an already established, like we've already been filming for a year, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one of the, I believe the first time we met, I don't think we even worked.
No,
we were staggered.
You were leaving and I had came in for the better half of the later half of the day. Yeah. And then you were just like out, and that was like my first interaction with you. But then we all went.
But I wanted to make you feel comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and we all went to dinner.
We went to go get dinner. Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you took us. We got in your little car.
Yeah.
One of your little cars. I don't know which one it was, but yeah.
Which car was it?
I don't know. It was a little car.
Oh wow.
I think there was 2 doors. Is that? Am I like not thinking of a car you have?
Man, that's crazy. I've been filming this for so long. I think I went through 3 cars.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we were in some little car and we were just zooming, and then we went to that restaurant.
Insane. Was it snowing? No snow.
I don't know.
Kinda.
I think it might have been. I have no idea. I don't know. It snowed a bunch when I was out
though.
there. It was really good food. You took us to one of your favorite restaurants, I think, right?
Yeah.
It was really good food.
It's awesome. I love that place.
Vera asks, if Life is Strange True Colors was, I love this, was a horror game or a movie, which character do you think would be the first to die and why? Out of the characters in NTC.
All right. I don't know who. You know what? I don't know who's going to be the first to die, but I do know who I would like to see come alive.
Okay.
The gnome.
The gnome? The gnome comes alive in the horror movie?
The start of the Chucky franchise, the gnome with the glasses.
Cool. Okay. I love that.
Because that dude, he could do some damage.
Oh, he could. He's I think
lurking about in the garden.
Yeah, I think the horror movie would be him as the villain. Like he's the one that kills everybody. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Slice your ankles whenever you don't expect it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Paul asks, if Gabe had the same powers as his sister, how do you think he would have used them? And then how would you use them? Or would you even want them?
I have a question for Paul.
Paul, I don't know if you're out here, but let's see this.
If you're out here,
Paul H.
Show yourself.
Paul H.
Nope. All right, here we go. He'll come on. So did I grow up with this superpower, or did I just kind of suddenly get him? Because it's like winning the lottery, right? If you didn't grow up with money, and you suddenly won some money.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different trajectory.
Well, I'm gonna you've had him.
I've had him.
You've had him.
I don't know. I think I would have had fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you personally.
Yeah, I would.
Would you want the power?
Sure.
Really? You're the first person. You're the first person I've talked to that said they want it. Yeah?
I want to see what it's about. Can I return it?
No, you can't return it. No
Oh
return.
shit. Okay,
No
hold
return
on. All right, let
policy.
me think. All right, I
Yeah,
can't
no.
return it. Oh, do I want the
To
powers?
feel literally everybody's feelings and thoughts and emotions at any given point, to where it, like in Alex's situation, you know, puts her in some pretty compromising situations.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Love it. I love it. I love it.
I'll take the power.
I love that.
Yeah, I could really do some things with it.
Kopik asks, who I think you mentioned in the chat earlier, Kopik asks, was there anything you took away from your role as Gabe that left an impact on you personally?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, that little branch grew bigger from that,
Yep.
and every relationship I forged through that is very special and unique in their own way. Like
Mhm.
I've had deep conversations with not just the cast or not just like with Corwin or Webb, Caitlin, everybody I have a special kind of thing with, even all the animators who I got to talk to, who had time to talk to me, and
Yeah.
I just have this love for them. It's like, everybody's got their own story.
Yeah.
And, it was nice that I was able to be a part of that journey,
Yeah.
that piece in their journey. So I took a lot. I took a lot from it.
I love
Yeah.
that is your takeaway just from being on sets. Because same with me, I like to go on set and I like to talk with everybody, because I feel like
Hmm.
everybody exactly has a story, like the gaffer, the DP,
Yeah.
the PA on set, the person who's doing crafty, like everybody has a
Hmm.
story. And yeah, you can make those connections, and you never know, down the line, who you'll see again. And,
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
some actors, I'm sure you have too, go on set and you're like, this person is like, what? Like, they're just so, they're just off in their own little area. They're not nice to people. They're not nice to
Hmm.
the PAs. And it's like, why? They're people. Just be
Man.
like, they get this this idea that just because they're the actor, that their face is being seen, or whatever, that they're the star of everything. And that's not how it is. We are literally, like
Mhm.
you said, we were just a small portion.
Yeah. We're human beings too.
Yeah, we're just a
You know,
small
I did
portion of
I did
everything.
something recently that kind of enhanced my appreciation for drivers, limo drivers, like that.
Yeah.
Um, so I had that Sprinter, and I was getting ready to sell it. So I actually did drove. One of the guy who sold it to me was like, "Hey, you want to make $3,500 in a day?" I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah.
So I became a driver for the day, and man, I was treated like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, wow, this is crazy. This is a really weird feeling,
Uh-huh.
because the guy who I was driving around was this famous singer,
Huh.
and he and I connected, but everybody else below him was like, "Oh, you're just a driver." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't like the way you
Wow.
treat me." Like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
really weird. So, but I've always treated drivers with such respect. In fact,
Yeah.
I have them come hang out with us even, at times, and I understand now why they're so like it's such a stone wall,
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, facade. They don't open themselves up,
Yeah.
any more than a conversation, quick conversation. But yeah, they treat you like crap. And I'm like, God, just treat people like human beings. And I don't know why I brought that up. Oh, why I brought that up was because, yeah, you want to, you treat everybody with respect,
Mm-hmm.
PAs or not. I
Mm-hmm.
love my PAs. I love all my
Right?
PAs. Like, yeah, oh my God.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And,
They're doing
and I
so
want them to
much.
feel, yeah, I want them to feel like they are respected. And that's the number
Mm-hmm.
one thing when I leave. It's like, I remember the first time I was on set, they were like, I was in my trailer. Like, what do you want? What do you want to? Can I get you a coffee? I'm like, I get my own coffee. And they were
Yeah.
like, what? You want to
Yeah.
get your own coffee?
You're confused about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's nice to show them that there are, actors who want to treat them with respect, because so many times there's
Yeah.
not a lot of people like you and I, truthfully, out there who want to make them feel valued and
Yeah.
respected and
Now,
appreciated, which is so sad.
have you ever done like PA extra work
Mm-hmm.
or? Oh,
Yeah.
you know how it is then. I'm the
Yeah.
same way.
Well,
I've done extra work.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
extra.
yeah.
It's yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, everybody on set is important, and I think that it's very valuable. Exactly, it's very valuable to put yourself and to be a production assistant, to be doing gaffing or whatever. So what it is, and you can relate
You
to
just
them.
never know. You never know
You
what
never
someone's
know.
going through either.
Exactly.
It's
That's why
really
I always
crazy.
say too,
Yeah.
even outside of acting, like, I tell my community this all the time, smile at somebody on the street, ask the cashier how their day is, do these little things,
Mm-hmm.
because it could literally change the course of their day, the course of their week,
Yeah.
etc., because somebody
Yeah.
acknowledged them in a polite,
Yeah.
kind way.
We
Yeah.
went to a pumpkin patch yesterday, and there was this old lady who was carrying a big ass pumpkin up, and I'm sitting there. I'm in the back side of the cart, because they drive us out with the
Mm-hmm.
tractor, and I'm like, no one's helping, so I like squeezed through. I helped her, and she just lit up. Like her aura
Aw.
was just so bright, and she was just so thankful for just that one little
Yeah.
thing. It's just
Yeah.
so simple.
Exactly. It's a
Um,
simple thing to do, just to be nice to
yeah, and I'm
somebody.
glad I saw it, because
Yeah.
otherwise I wouldn't have helped her. I wouldn't have been able to help her. So
Yeah.
she was sweet.
So I have several more questions, but I want to make sure that I'm not putting you out with, I don't know.
No, I'm good. I'm
Okay,
good.
you're
Yeah.
good to keep going? Okay, awesome.
Mhm.
Perfect. So before we get into some more personal questions, I wanted to dive into your acting outside of Life is Strange. And yeah, how did
Mm.
you get involved in acting? And what are some of, I guess, yeah, what are those first steps you took into getting involved in the acting world? Because I know you have a
Oh, it's
huge
funny because
list.
we were
Yeah.
just talking about it. We were just talking about like the PA thing, right?
Yeah.
I was an extra on a commercial, a PlayStation commercial, and I'm a New Orleans Saints fan. So I don't know if there's any football fans out
Yeah.
there, but yeah. So this was the year the Saints won the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
But I got on set because I wanted to meet Drew Brees and possibly meet Sean Payton. So I got on as an extra, and I saw, while we were filming, one of the PAs were walking in, and he was carrying like 2 cases of water. So anyway, I got up and I went to help him and open the door for him, and he came back. He's like, "Dude, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it." And he's like, "Look, when I come back and select you guys, I want you to come to the front." So he chose me for the next scene
Oh, wow.
as an extra. Lo and behold, I was put right next to Drew Brees, and then
Oh.
I got bumped to a principal on a national commercial, PlayStation Madden commercial, and I didn't know what that meant because I actually didn't have any lines, but it's supered at the end. If
Mm-hmm.
anyone knows the super is, it's the logo that pops up at the end, right? So it's supered on my face. Madden, NFL, boom. And I didn't know what that meant because to me,
Yeah.
if you speak, then you're a principal, then you make money.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nah, your
so
face was there. You're making money.
yeah, yeah. So the commercial aired, and I made like it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
It was a
Oh,
lot of money. Like I was
national
like, whoa,
commercials are crazy. Yeah.
I can make a living from this. And this is back when they were actually paying.
Yeah.
So when that came out, I was like, okay, I'm going to shift all of my energies towards this because I can make a living from it now.
Mm-hmm.
The idea was to just get 40, 50 films under my belt and just like work on the residuals from that and just kind of let it stagger,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I got into it. It was really just happenstance. I've been doing extra work from 2 projects, which I didn't like because I didn't like the way I was being treated.
Yeah.
But I just like being on set, and a bunch of regional print ads and stuff like that. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But
And
this was the first like, wow, it's possible. Like I can follow my dreams with this. Like I really want to do this.
and everything happens for a reason.
So
You carried that person's water. You helped them.
yeah, it's crazy. It's insane.
Again, you never
Yeah,
know. You never
and
know. You never know.
you just never know.
You
Be
never know.
nice.
Be nice. Exactly. So did you
Who said
go?
how about them Cowboys?
Ugh. I'm not about that
Oh
either.
no.
Oh man. Oh, watch out.
Oh, he's a frustrated college student.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
It's okay.
So did you take any classes? Did you go to school for this at all? Or is it just kind of you jumped into it and then started taking classes? Or what's your training
no
background?
school, no like formal training.
Yeah.
I did a lot of I got lucky. One of my buddies, his name is Sam Medina, and he kind of took me under his wing.
Uh-huh.
You could see him on Venom. He was the guy that Venom grabbed at the grocery store.
Yeah.
When you first see Venom, yeah, that's Sam. He's amazing.
Oh,
Big
wow.
teddy bear. Yeah,
Yeah.
super sweet guy. But really just kind of showed me the ropes and where to go and what to do, who to hang out with, and not
Yeah.
be involved in this crowd. But we together traveled the entire Southeast to all these casting director workshops.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one, we drove to them, and we developed our relationships like that.
Wow.
But there was one guy, Raymond Forshin. Forchon.
Uh-huh.
He looks like OJ Simpson. He actually played OJ Simpson in like a recreation of the OJ Simpson movie.
Huh.
Um, he liberated me from the script, which was my biggest thing. Was I was so worried about words,
Yeah.
but we did a 3-day, 45-hour workshop in Miami, and I left a completely changed man. And that I do tip my hat off to him because
Yeah.
that's I don't think he knows. I call him every now and then and tell him,
Yeah.
you know what you did for me, right?
Yeah.
And
Wow.
he's cool. Yeah. Hey, Han. You know, he's just a sweet guy. But no, I met so many cool people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's my training is all workshops, casting director
Mm-hmm.
workshops, and
That's awesome.
intensives. I think they called it
Yeah.
intensives. Yeah,
Yeah. That's yes, a
yeah,
3-day. Yeah, that's an
yeah,
intensive. Yeah.
yeah. That's pretty intense.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And
I've been blessed though. I've been blessed.
yeah, you've manifested it. You're obviously an
Yeah.
extraordinarily good person, and you've worked
Oh,
hard
thank you.
for what you've done, and you deserve it all. And and I think something is to be said about just any, like, whether it's acting or Twitch streaming or business related
Mhm.
connections are so important.
Yeah.
Making those connections, and um, very, very important. You really can't do things truthfully on your own. You need
By
help. You
yourself?
do.
No
Yeah,
way.
you need
Yeah.
help in some
Yeah.
sort. And to you need help, and then also other people need help, so give your help to those
Hmm.
people too. And I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah.
yeah, you're incredibly deserving of everything you received, and everything you've done.
That's
And
very nice. Thank
your
you.
yeah, your credits on IMDb, I remember when I looked at them, because I wanted to see what everyone's done and stuff, and I looked at yours and I was
Mhm.
like, holy I was like, what, this guy be working. And Erica's like, yeah, dude, he works all the time. And then yeah,
Dude.
it's just wonderful. So what have been some of your, I guess, personal favorite roles or experiences that you've had, iconic roles that you've enjoyed in the past?
It's just a bunch of nuggets of different things.
Yeah.
Like there was one time I think I was away from my family for like 6 weeks filming some Ender's Game with Harrison Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Actually longer. There was a 5-month thing, but that was before all this happened,
Yeah.
like the family thing. And but I always wondered like how long it takes. What is the threshold of how far you can be away from your family?
Yeah.
And I was working with Jack Black on a project, and I asked him, because I caught him in a special moment, just like FaceTiming his sons, and just like in the private room.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Hey, buddy," and I said,
Oh.
"Man, Jack, what's the longest you've been away from family?" And he had an answer. He's like, "3 weeks, buddy. That's it. 3 weeks is the longest you want to be away,
Oh.
straight.
Yeah.
Unless you're flying your family out." And I take those little bits and pieces of information.
Yeah.
um, uh, I've been blessed to just have awesome people, kind of top of the call sheet. Just everybody's been amazing,
Yeah.
from Mark Ruffalo to Hugh Jackman. I mean, it's just been these are my dream. Like Hugh Jackman,
Yeah.
working with him was like my dream person to work with, just because I used to pretend I was Wolverine when we played X-Men back in the
Yeah.
day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if he was taken, he was always the first one taken. So Gambit was the next one that nobody knew about. And Gambit had the playing cards with the trench coat, and he's from Louisiana.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, just being able to be in these situations where I get to meet my idols that I grew up with, and
That's
that were
amazing.
colleagues. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really intense. Um, my favorite, I don't know if I really don't know if I have a
Yeah.
favorite. I mean, I just did a movie that it's my first time being a lead in a movie called Bloodstreams,
Yeah.
and they're finishing the edit right now. So I'm excited to see how
When does
that
that
looks.
come out? Do you know? You have any
I have
idea?
no idea. Probably next year sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I
Hopefully it
just
will. Ooh, that's
yeah,
exciting.
yeah. Yeah, it's exciting.
What genre is
And that
that?
was nerve-wracking, huh?
What
It
genre?
was God, it was
Okay.
thriller. Yeah,
Cool. I'm excited.
yeah,
We
yeah. It's
got
pretty
something to look
exciting.
forward to for Han over
Yeah,
here. That's
I know.
great.
Me too.
Ooh, you're like, yes, please. That's the thing. We do it, and then it's the waiting game. It's the waiting game.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'd have no
Like,
idea.
like, everything I've learned from all the people I met along the way. Sam actually taught me to always be there, across the scene from the other actor, even if you're off camera. That was
Yes.
number one thing. Like he instilled
Yes.
that in me. I was like, okay, cool. So, Mary J. Blige, I did a scene with Mary J. And I was there. I was just there for her, and she appreciated it because she had very intense, like
Yeah.
so much dialogue. She and I was just we were spitfiring back and forth, and I'm like, dude, I used to listen to your music.
Wow.
I
Your
still do. I
experiences.
still
I mean,
do.
I
I
love
still do.
this.
But
Yeah, this is awesome hearing all about this. I'm sure everybody in the chat. Yeah, Mary J. Blige, everyone's freaking out. This is so cool.
Mary J, man.
Yeah,
You don't recognize. Cool. She's in a police outfit. She's got her hair tied back. Like, good Lord, she's cool.
Yeah. Really I just cool. Love the positive experiences you've had. And yeah, I appreciate you sharing all this. This is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we'll jump into the personal questions, getting back to you and a little bit more about who you are outside of your characters. Dakota asks, which song could you listen to over and over again?
Ooh. Guns N' Roses. November Rain.
Ooh, okay. I was like, which one? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what. It puts me at ease.
Yeah.
And maybe because I can see the video playing in my head.
Yeah.
While, you remember that video?
I don't know if I've seen that video. I don't know if I've seen that video.
There's this wedding. There's a wedding sequence.
Yeah.
And it started raining. Everyone was kind of running, but then there's some people that just kind of enjoying the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think
you just visualize it.
Yeah. And it brings back a lot of memory for me. And that was some of my darker times that music really saved me.
Yeah, music.
Just escape to music.
So important. Yeah, so important. And that's something that's great about these games too, is that the music element of the games, oh my God, they're so perfect. They're so perfect. And you know that these songs will stay with these players because, again, they'll remember that moment in the game, just like you've remembered the video, and it just means so much more because they know the story behind it. It's so crazy. I love music.
It's awesome.
Let's see. Ghost Panda Storm asks, hi, Han. First off, excellent job with your role as Gabe. You were unforgettable. But my question is, and you've talked about this a little bit, but if you had to choose right now, if you wanted to do an extra job in a game production apart from voice acting, then what would you be? Producing, writing, something else? So you've done a little bit of something already. You've done a little bit of these, but
I want to start a video game company.
Yeah,
in the narrative venture space. Yes,
he's manifesting it, guys.
It's on my vision board.
Oh, he did it! He's manifesting.
We're doing it again, baby.
Oh
We're doing it again,
dude. Everybody, when in 2 years, when we have Han Soto game whatever production. We'll
let them name the company. Let them name the company.
Yeah.
Boom, done. Let's go.
What? I love this. Awesome. Okay, cool. There you go. He wants to be the narrative director of a game company. Let's go.
Look, the name of the company is called Manifest.
Manifest. Yes.
Manifest Game. Boom.
Manifest Game. That sounds like a great game company. I'm here for it.
Honda Fest. Somebody hit Max Hunter. Honda Fest Inc.
Oh, incorporate. Yes, that's awesome. Okay, cool.
No, don't. Okay, Reinhardt, don't drop out of med school. We love your artwork, by the way. I want all of Reinhardt's artwork.
Yes.
I want to do a coffee table book, and we're gonna all sign it. Boom.
Yes. So all Reinhardt, that's Marine and incredibly talented. Not only they just put something out, her and somebody else from the community put something out vocally wise, performance wise. They did a cover. I don't know if you saw it. It's on Twitter. They did a cover of Blister in the Sun and was it Alabaster Daydream?
Wait, Marine, she's in the Philippines, right?
Yes. Right, Marine, you're in the Philippines, right? She's dying.
She's dying.
She goes, I'm dying. Oh my God, I'm dead. So yeah, but yeah, Philippines. They did a cover and her voice, oh my God, I'll have to send it to you on Twitter.
Okay.
It's amazing. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait a second. You are incredibly talented and skilled in the art world, and also you can sing as well? Like, wait, what? Stop. So many talented people. Yeah.
I want to see it. I want to see it now.
Yeah. I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah, for sure. She's dead. Marine's dead. How's she texting if she's dead?
I don't know.
Seriously,
I love it.
all art that she's been putting out is just like, what?
It's incredible. It is incredible. Yeah, and she had written me a message saying that she never really fully had her art respected or appreciated before the Life is Strange community, which just blows my mind because this amount of skill, So I'm just really glad that that her art and so many other people's art, because you've seen it. There's so many fan arts out there.
Was she she's probably a 3-year-old kid that knows how to type.
Yeah.
How old are you, Marine? How old are you? Put it out there. Happy birthday. I think her birthday's coming up too.
Yeah. I have class. She's freaking out. I love this. I love this.
Going to class dead.
21.
Nice.
Dang.
Happy birthday.
Dang. Next month.
Look
Let's
at that.
go.
Next month.
There you go.
Wait. You're a Scorpio too?
Are you? When's your birthday?
November 11th.
Wait, that's the November 11th. Got it. Okay, November 11th, the date.
Yep.
It's coming up. It's coming up. You're a Scorpio. I love it. I love it.
Scorpio Games. That's a new company name. Scorpio Games.
Oh, man. Okay, so the person who said Hanafest Incorporate actually has a question in here. They ask the best questions. You know, they catch you off your guard. Max Hunter asks, in a sudden twist of fate, your house spontaneously combusts. What is the first 3 things you grab before fleeing for your life?
Ooh. I mean, my wife, my dog, and my daughter, but we're gonna count them as one item because I can actually grab all of them. Right? That's one. Right?
I mean, yeah. If you think you can physically grab them all, yeah, that's one item.
I think so.
Okay.
See, one on my back, the dog. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I think I'd do that as one.
Okay.
And then I have a safe in my house with a folder of like passports, vehicle titles, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Jewelry. I'll grab that. And then maybe the keys to the Sprinter van.
Nice. Okay.
Because that in that scenario where it spontaneously combusted, the van would be parked away from the house.
Exactly.
It
It's not
burn.
next to the house,
burn.
so it won't burn. Yeah.
Right.
Perfect. Makes sense.
That's a great question, by the way. I mean, what would you? Yeah, what would you take?
What I take is like valuable, like passport, those kind of things as well, right? Oh, I would. I don't know. I would take that. Honestly, like
everything in that room, you would pack all that in one box.
Yeah, seriously, right? No, I think my phone. I would need my phone, you know, so I could call somebody. But yeah, important documents, my phone. Yeah, I don't know. And then I don't really know if I would take anything else, honestly.
I'm actually gonna put things in like an area where, in case that does, knock on wood.
I mean, it could. Yeah, I mean, we should have survival, like, you know, kits and things like that, just in case anything happens. I mean, but Colorado is pretty. There's nothing crazy over there that happens. You guys are pretty safe.
I mean, we're good.
You got no earthquakes. You have no hurricanes. You have no tornadoes.
I mean, we have fires.
You have fires. You have a lot of fires.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Sometimes.
So those are things you have to worry about.
We had a big fire last year, so yeah, I should worry about that.
Okay, worry about the fires. Yeah. Get some extra water.
I'll put in a fireproof safe.
Because then if it combusts, it's fine.
I can come back and get the safe.
You can come back and get the safe. Yeah. Smart.
Right,
look at this.
Cool.
You guys are helping us. Yeah. You guys are all helping us figure out our futures here.
Yeah, figuring out life.
Yeah. So Andrew asks, has anyone confused your name for Han Solo? And if you were lucky enough to have a role in Star Wars, would you fight for Empire or Rebellion? Great job with Gabe and best luck in your future.
Oh, thank you. I am going to have a role in Star Wars. I came really close, actually.
Really? Which one?
Yeah. It was I don't even remember, but Josh Trank from Fantastic Four, the director, was supposed to do that one.
Dang.
He had me for the Star Wars, but anyway, long story short.
Yeah, didn't make it in.
They cut him off.
Dang.
Well, he didn't end up making it on it because he pissed off somebody at Lucasfilm, but that was my chance. But so I mean, Han Solo, all the time. I always get that.
Yeah, and Han Soto, that's your name. That's like your that's your birth name.
Stage name.
Oh, that's your stage name. Okay, there's stage name. So
I met Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
On set, and the first thing he ever said to me, when he came up, he said, "I'm Harrison." I was like, I know who you are. Nice to meet you. And then I said, "I'm Han," and he goes, "I know." And he walks off. He takes like 3-4 steps off. He turns back. He goes, "Dodo, really?" I'm like, what just happened?
He couldn't believe it. He's like, this guy really had the audacity.
Oh, he thought somebody was messing with him on the call sheet. Like, seriously.
Really? That's awesome.
That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But people had a blast with that when Ender's Game came out. There was so many memes out there.
Oh, I'm sure. And then the story behind the stage name, you just was it just kind of wanting to do, a play on words, or was it?
My Vietnamese name had I was only getting like communist roles. It was like I was very pigeonholed. So I went to go like learn Japanese and figure out, because Japanese people at the time were booking everything like that. That's what was hot, right? So I decided to go learn it and figure something out. and I speak some Spanish, so it's kind of a mix between, it could be Spanish or Japanese, but
Yeah.
as far as it's very ambiguous, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it worked.
There
It
you
started
go.
as a joke and it just ended up being something we manifested, because
Yeah.
3 years later, I got Ender's Game with Harrison. So
Yeah.
that's when I knew. I was like, all right, the universe is watching you.
That's awesome.
For
You made it
sure.
work for
Yeah.
yourself. And
Yeah,
that
it
sucks
worked out.
because like, the pigeonholes are so real, typecasting is
Oh yeah,
real, and
typecasting is the thing. Yeah.
trying to figure out how to make it work for you and take advantage of like however you can do that. And I think you did,
Yeah.
and that's amazing.
100%.
So do you speak, how much Japanese do you speak?
I speak enough to get by.
Enough.
I mean,
Yeah.
to
do
do
what you
my
need to do.
auditions.
Nice.
I don't have anyone to practice with though. Like,
Yeah. That's the hardest thing with languages. You have to be in the
Yeah.
culture, that's where you
Yeah.
truly learn. That's awesome though. That's really cool.
I should have learned Korean, because right now, man,
Yeah.
Squid Games, everything is.
I
you watch that,
know.
man?
I need to watch that
Dude.
still. I need to watch.
What?
I know. I
All
know.
right.
I need to watch it. I need to. Everyone's talking about it.
Just promise me live right now that you'll finish episode 1 by the end of the week.
Oh, okay. Fine. Yes. Yes.
Just one episode.
One episode.
You won't stop at episode 1. I know this. So.
Okay. Okay. Maybe I'll start it today, Han. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to, I'm going to start it today.
Oh, and tweet it.
I'll tweet it. I'll tweet it.
Tweet it after.
Being
Yep.
inspired over here. Inspired and motivated. All right. We've got a couple more questions. Melly Jelly asks, and you've said this, you are an older brother in real life. Because they definitely got those vibes, right? You said you have three siblings?
Yeah. Three siblings, yeah. I'm the oldest of 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. That's amazing. So again, it's just like being able to be cast as something that you truly are. You're like, oh, I know this.
Yeah.
I know this world.
It was nice to, like I said, it was, it didn't require a ton of work, but it did require some work. And the hard part was already done, I think, because I lived it. So that was a blessing.
Yeah. Tabletop Cinema asks, do you have any embarrassing stories to share? Gabe had some, and they want to know if you have any as well.
Oh my God. All right. So back in, this is 2001, I was in the tech space, and for a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, I was getting paid a ton of money, and I just made like my first big paycheck. So I was like, I'm gonna go and splurge on some shoes. So I went to Saks Fifth Avenue, like I was all fancy.
Yeah.
And I was standing there, and the guy comes up. He's like, "Can I help you with anything?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take the size 11 in the Bruno Magli's." And he's like, "Bruno Magli's on its way." So I pronounced it wrong. $600 pair of shoes.
Yeah.
He comes back with, and I was like, damn it, I pronounced it wrong. That's not good. Now I have to buy 2.
Oh, no.
So he came out, he's like, he shows me, I was like, I'll take 2 of those.
You just wanted, you needed to, yeah.
It was embarrassing because, I knew he was like, oh, this guy never had money.
He has no idea what he's doing right
It's
now.
Bruno Magli. I just said Bruno Magli's. But yeah, I still have those shoes.
Yeah, both of them?
21 years ago. Both of them, brown and black. Those are my lucky audition shoes because they're leather, and they actually, you can bend the back down, like it's made like that.
Yeah.
You can step on the back as slippers.
Whoa. Okay. Huh,
I
there
still
you go.
got both of them.
That's awesome that you have them. You're lucky audition shoes. I love
My
that.
wife says I should get rid of them. I don't want to be a hoarder, but yeah, that's funny.
I love that. All right, another question from Tati. Do you collect anything?
I like records.
Yeah.
I collect records. Yeah. I have a very extensive, actually, record collection, which is another thing that Gabe does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like Billie Holiday, Johnny Cash.
Do you have a record room? Where do you keep all these records?
I don't have a record room. I have a record. It's in crates.
Yeah.
I want to stack it.
Yeah.
But it's in crates based on genre. So.
Love that.
The idea is to fill up each crate in that genre and stop.
Yeah.
And like get rid of them as it comes in, because I don't want to get too much stuff.
Yeah.
I know people who have walls and walls of them, and yeah.
Yeah.
I play it on these speakers right here, Martin Logan's.
I love that. There's just something so nice too about listening to a record.
Yeah, the scratchy.
Yep, the rawness of it.
Yeah, I love that they brought that into the game too, because I think that was a huge element in how people connected, And yeah.
Dang. Well, we're so good on time. I love this. I don't want to take up any more of your time. We've gotten through all of the questions. Again, guys, thank you so much for all these amazing questions. Han said before we got on, yeah, he said, these are amazing questions. And I said, this community, they come up with the best. But any last words you want to say, anything you want to promote, and anything people could look for in the future for you?
I mean, manifest. We've been talking about it all day.
Yeah.
But there's also something else that I kind of live by. I don't know if you ever heard of Ubuntu.
Nope.
It's like an African philosophy, right?
Uh-huh.
It's basically loosely translated. It means I am because we are.
Uh-huh.
So if I'm awesome, that means we're all awesome. You know what I mean? So it's our job to lift each other up, and if you see your fellow man down, lift them up. It won't take that much energy from you, but it'll make everyone's day. So,
that.
Yeah, but I want to stay active on Twitter, and
yeah,
I try to respond to most of the messages on there. So if I don't respond to you, it's just because I get busy sometimes, and I'm like, oh no, I'm falling behind.
I know, it's a thing.
But yeah, and if you don't get a response, respond to me again, and I'll be sure to respond again.
And if you're out there right now, if we do !1, you can get Han's Twitter, and you can go follow him right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's going to be down in the description below, and you can go and click that. Yeah. And thank you so much, Fred. Yes, there's Han's Twitter right there. Go click it. Give him some love.
Look at that. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Is there anything you'd like to promote?
No, not really. I mean, just Instagram. I'm at Han Soto.
Yes, on Instagram
here's
as well.
the thing. I try to be present.
Yeah.
I try to be in the present moment as much as possible, and kind of part of that is like disconnecting from technology.
Yes.
So if my response time is slow, don't be mad, but just remember that Gabe died anyway. So if you're getting a response, you're getting it from Ghost Gabe.
There you go.
No, but like actively, I have a distribution, horror and thriller distribution company that I run with my partner Andrew Vandenhouten. It's called Kamikaze Dogfight.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you Google us, and you'll see us, because we started this in the midst of a pandemic, and the vibe in the community has just been amazing. The fans in the horror space and thriller space are much like the fans in the game space, and you guys are freaking amazing. Like, I'm blown away at like the love that we've received from everything from the release of the game, and just God, the messages. You've all made my day, so thank you for that.
And the Kamikaze Dogfight, is it kamikazedogfight.com?
Yeah, you can go to KAMIKAZE.
Based out of LA?
Dogfight.com. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I want to make sure. All right, guys, I'm popping that in the. You guys want to check it out? Nice. There you go. Awesome.
Oh, look at that. There you go. Boom, boom,
boom.
Boom,
boom, boom. Go click it.
What's up?
Go check it out. Oh man, this has been great. I loved it. This was such a
I enjoyed it.
Personal conversation. We got into so many cool topics, and I just really appreciate your time, because again, I know you're busy, and so taking the time. But if ever you find yourself in LA, if ever I find myself in Colorado, we'll have to meet up.
Done.
We'll have to go catch up, do something. Hopefully I'll find myself in Colorado again at some point, because there's a lot of people there that I
manifest it.
I need to manifest it. Yes. Well,
me, you, and Erica, we'll go get it. We'll go get a drink.
Yes, I would love that. That sounds great.
Done. It's already done.
All right, everybody. Thank you again so much. I'm going to go to a BRB screen. I'm going to see Han off, and then I will be right back with you guys. So thank you again, everybody. And we'll be back soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.